Planning Commission of December 17th, 2025. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise. And begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll have our TV coverage announcement. Mr. Martin.
Okay, Montecito Planning Commission hearings are televised live on County of Santa Barbara Television, CSB TV, Channel 20 at 1 p.m. in the South Coast, Lompoc, San Ynez Valley, Santa Maria, and Orca areas. Rebroadcast of today's Montecito Planning Commission hearings are on Fridays at 10 a.m. and Sunday at 7 a.m. on CSB TV, Channel 20. This hearing will also be streamed live on CSB TV's website.
Thank you. And the roll call, please.
Start left to right. Commissioner Kupiec.
Here.
Commissioner Kearns.
Present.
Chair O'Connor.
Here.
And Commissioner Rockenbach.
Present.
Thank you. Item 5, the agenda status report.
Good morning, Chair and Commissioners. Looking at the agenda today, we have one item on our standard agenda, which is a sports court modification application. There is, just to, for clarity of the agenda, when you look at agenda item number 12, waive public hearing, those are just notification items only. No action is required on any of those. So when we get to the item 12, we can just move on to our standard agenda. So just a precursor that's why they're on there. Other than that, that's staff and the applicants are ready to present on the item on the standard agenda. I can move to the projection report. Mr. Chair, if you'd like.
Yes, please.
It's really short. Today is our last hearing of the year, and then looking into 2026, we have our hearing would normally be on January 21st. As of right now, when we were talking before the meeting today, there are no items projected for that. We don't anticipate any items for January 21st, and so we would recommend at the commission may want to go ahead and cancel the January 21st hearing.
Does that require a vote by the commission?
Yes, Chair, we would want a motion and a vote to cancel that hearing.
And
And then after that would be February 18th, but it's a little early to cancel that one, so I would recommend keeping February 18 on the agenda, so that way we have a hearing date to project towards. So as of now, yes, just a motion and a action on canceling January.
All right. Is there a motion to cancel the January 21st meeting?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? It's unanimously approved.
And Mr. Chair, and just the other item I'm just going to highlight is on the projection report, we do have a Planning Commission holiday luncheon that is anticipated to start at 11:30 today. And so once we adjourn our meeting today, then we'll be done and we'll gather at the location.
Very good. Anything else? All right, that's item 6. Item 7, public comment. Public comment period is set aside to allow public testimony on items not on today's agenda. The time allocated to each speaker will be set at the discretion of the chair. Total time allocated for public comment is 15 minutes. When testifying before the Montecito Planning Commission, personal attacks and other disruptive behavior are not appropriate. Do we have any requests to speak from the public?
Chair O'Connor, we have no requests to speak and no letters submitted.
All right. Public comment period is therefore closed. Item 7, Planning Commissioners' informational reports. Individual commissioners may present brief reports on planning issues such as seminars, meetings, and literature that would be of interest to the public and/or the commission as a whole. Do any of the commissioners have any reports to offer?
I do not.
No?
No.
All right. No reports. We'll move on to item number 9. Minutes of November 19th, 2025 will be considered. They were distributed with the agenda. Anyone have any comments or corrections to the minutes?
No.
No? I have one on item number 10 on page 2 under action. The word failed, I think, should be replaced with approved or passed.
I think where we use is carried, I believe.
I'm sorry, say again.
I believe, just to be consistent, I think the word we typically use is carried.
Okay, carried.
Thank you for that.
All right. Any other changes? All right, a motion will be in order to approve the minutes as amended.
I so move. Second.
All right, motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed, no. Unanimously approved. Item 10, the Director's Report and the Board of Supervisors Hearing Summary. The Director of Planning and Development will report on items of general interest to the Montecito Planning Commission and members of the public, including items that have been or will be considered by the Santa Barbara County Board of Supervisors. Director Plowman, nice to see you again.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, members of the commission. I have a few things to report. We've been busy at the board in the home stretch of the calendar year. We had our departmental overhaul of our fees, went to the board on the 9th of December. And the board approved that, and then they had the second reading yesterday. So the fee structure, we made pretty significant changes to the building and safety fee structure because it was very complicated, and so we worked to try and simplify it. Some fees go down, some fees go up. But overall, we are increasing the revenue into the department. We realized when we did the analysis, we originally, the first fee study we did to move to the 100% cost recovery or close to 100% cost recovery was done in 2017. So this update demonstrated that we were only recovering in like the 84% range. And so we did have to increase fees in order to bring that back up closer to the 100% range. We do not collect 100%. Because we have subsidies for the public counter, for enforcement, those and appeals. So we do get general fund money for those things. But that was, the second reading was yesterday, and that'll go into effect in 2 months. They also heard an appeal of a project in Isla Vista on the 9th, which was resolved. And then yesterday, we took the streamlining and housing element update ordinance package that the commission heard to the board. We had sort of a workshop meeting with them initially because it's a lot of information, a lot of material for them to digest, and we will be going back to the board on the 27th of January for action. They had a number of questions just about the changes, particularly in the commercial and residential zones. Those changes were designed to increase the ability to construct residential units and mixed-use projects. So we'll be working particularly with the 4th District and the 3rd District on those. And then just another future board item, we have the environmental justice element, which is going to the board on the 27th of January. That is not an item that comes before the Montecito Planning Commission. That just goes to the county PC. And that's it. It's a short report today, so I'm happy to answer any questions. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, they took action on Sable yesterday. So the board denied the transfer of ownership, operator, et cetera, guarantor. So we will see what happens from there. I expect there'll be more on that issue.
Seems likely.
Yeah, seems likely. Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for our director?
No, thank you.
All right. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you at lunch.
Very good. And happy holidays to your staff, by the
Yeah,
way.
thank you.
All right. Item 12 are the waived public hearings. No action is required on those. They are automatically waived. Item 13, the standard agenda. Item number 1, the Latin Trust Sports Court modification. And that would be...
I will read that into the record.
You will do that. Very good.
Okay. We will begin with item 1 on the standard agenda, 25 MOD-00004, Latin Trust Sports Court modification. Here on the request of Michael Latin, property owner, to consider the following: case number 25 MOD-00004, and to determine the project is exempt from CEQA pursuant to state guidelines, sections 15305, as outlined in the notice of exemption.
All right. And do we have a staff presentation?
Yes, we do. I believe Jonathan's pulling. There it is. Yeah, good morning, Commissioners. My name is Soren Kringle, and today I'll be presenting the Latin Trust Sports Court Modification Project, case number 25 MOD4. The proposed project is located at 901 Picacho Lane. The parcel is 0.94 acres, and it's located in the 2E1 zone district. The parcel currently contains a single-family dwelling and some accessory structures. And as you can see from the aerial, the parcel is surrounded by other large single-family residences with residential accessory structures, including sports courts. So the project before your commission today is limited to a request for a setback modification. This modification will allow for the siting of a portion of an 1,800 square foot unlit sports court within the parcel's front setback areas along Picacho Lane. And then just to walk you through the graphic to the right, it shows the total encroachment area of the sports court into the front setback area, as well as the distance from the property line that the sports court will be placed up to. So at its closest, the sports court will be located 16.5 feet from the right-of-way line of Picacho Lane, in compliance with the Montecito Land Use and Development Code. And additionally, the MLUDC allows for structures to reduce the total setback area by up to 20%. So this sports court will only be reducing the setback area from the center line of Picacho by 10%, and then the setback area from the right-of-way line of Picacho by 7.25%. And that's a lot of numbers. So I'm happy to walk through it after the presentation if you have any questions. The commission is only taking action today on the requested modification to the setback. So all proposed development or use of the court is being processed under a separate land use permit. So here's an overall site plan showing the proposed location of the sports court and its relative location to the neighboring residences. The nearest habitable structure is approximately 212 feet away. And it's important to note the applicant considered locating the project outside of the front setback area, which would only have required a land use permit. They chose not to, and instead to pursue the modification in order to place the court such that it limited the noise impacts on the surrounding neighbors. This is because by placing the sports court in the front setback area, it allowed the court to be located lower on the existing hillside. And as you can see here, they were actually able to cut the court into the existing hillside. This design, cutting the court into the hillside, was actually a recommendation of the Montecito BAR at the project's first hearing. And after that hearing, they incorporated that into their project. In addition to requesting the court be cut into the hillside, MBAR wanted to see a noise study confirming the project would not generate excessive noise at any of the property lines. So they provided the noise study, and it confirmed that the use of the court would not generate greater than 65 decibels CNL at any of the property lines. And then just one last thing, visually the site is obscured from public viewing points by existing hedges. So you won't be able to see the sports court from East Mountain Drive or Picacho Lane. So the project is required to return to MBAR for preliminary and final approval prior to issuance of the land use permit. So this is just a summary. Again, project is located in an MBAR recommended location. Like I mentioned before, an alternative location was considered, but out of courtesy to the neighbors, they wanted to pursue the mod by locating it in the front setback. And as I mentioned in the project description slide, it complies with all sections of the Montecito Land Use and Development Code, as well as the Montecito Community Plan. This location does require the removal of 2 oak trees. However, there is an arborist report prepared, and they will be replacing both oak trees on site, 1-to-1 ratio with 48-inch box specimens. For CEQA staff, exempted the project using section 15305, minor alterations to land use limitations, which allows for setback variations in areas with slopes of less than 20%. And if your commission concurs with staff's findings, we recommend you make the required findings for approval of the project specified in attachment A, determine the project is exempt from CEQA pursuant to state CEQA guidelines section 15305, and approve the project case number 25 MOD 4, subject to the conditions included as attachment B. And this concludes staff's presentation, and we're available for questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kringle. Are there questions by the commission of staff? No?
I have one question, and that is whether there were any letters or comments from neighbors regarding this modification.
Commissioner Kearns, through the chair, no comment letters were provided.
Thank you.
for this project. Thanks.
No questions? All right. Anything further? Oh, public hearing. So we're going to open the public hearing. Are there any requests to speak?
We have received no requests to speak, and we have nobody online. Oh, we do have the applicant here.
Well, good. Come to the podium if you would.
You can put the plan up. That would be fine. Hi, I am Stacy Isaac, the landscape architect representing this project for the owners, the Latins. And I would also like to just talk a little bit more. Soren did a really great job, I think, representing our project and why we are requesting the modification. One of the reasons we chose to put the court down here is there is significant amount of hardscape already existing in that area, that outdoor kitchen, outdoor shower, everything that we'd like to actually remove and replace it with, and we felt like it was the least intrusive portion of the site to site the court. But I would like to make one correction, though, too. We did have one comment letter for the first meeting at MBAR from one neighbor, but we did pay for a noise study. And what we did is we studied having the court where we're requesting to put it versus taking it out of the setback and having it set higher. And it just provided feedback to all of the neighbors that actually this was far less noise intrusive, and it wouldn't be impacting anybody in the community. Also, too, it would be by putting the sports court and by taking out all of this random hardscapes, we're actually improving the quality for the oak trees down below that are screening. And of the 2 oak trees we are requesting to remove, one of them has been topped because it interferes with views for the neighbors significantly. So we all felt it would be better to relocate a fresh new oak tree rather than torturing the current one that we would like to remove. But for the most part, I think Soren really covered most of our bases, and we would really like it to be considered for a mod, please. Thank you.
Any questions for Ms. Isaac? No? Thank you. Any other requests to speak?
No other requests to speak.
All right, we'll close the public hearing. Any other questions for staff by the commission? All right, there's a recommendation that the staff has made. Can we put it back up on the screen, please? All right. We have 3 recommended actions. Is there a motion from the commission?
I'll move to approve the addition of the sports court per the recommended actions of the staff.
All right. There's a motion to concur with the recommendation of staff as set forth in the screen. Is there a second?
I second that.
All right. Is there discussion on the motion? No discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, no. Motion is unanimously approved. Thank you to the staff. Thank you, Ms. Isaac. Thank you to the applicant. I think that completes that particular item.
Yes.
All right.
We're adjourned.
Record time. And that, I believe, is our last item on our agenda. Anything before we adjourn?
Mr. Chair and Commissioners, no, that concludes our business for this year.
All right.
We'll see you at lunch, and then we'll reconvene next year.
Very good. And thank you to the staff, and happy holidays to all of you. And we will see you at lunch. Thank you. Meeting is adjourned.